student. Today we are going to revise once again the lesson The Beggar, and as I told you, it is a Russian story. Let me revise some of the main points of the story, and then we will do the reading and the explanation along with the new words. So children, it was adequate Sarjai. He met one beggar, and when he looked at that beggar, he felt that he had seen that beggar somewhere else. Now he listened to him. He was telling that he is an old village school teacher, and he has been uh, kicked off from the school due to some reason. Now when he looked, he again and again he was feeling that he had seen that beggar somewhere else. Now children, suddenly he saw his shoes, and he saw that one heel was bigger and the other heel was smaller, and he remembers that he had seen that beggar somewhere where he was telling something else. He was telling that he had been a student in some of the school and he had been expelled from the school. Now children, he had a feeling. He started developing a feeling of hatred towards that beggar. He thought that just to gain the sympathy of other, he is simply telling lie. Now he went to that beggar. He asked him that why you are telling lie. Now at first that man whose main name was Lashkov, he did not agree that he is telling lie, but then he finally agreed, and he told him that he is telling a lie because he is jobless, and he was working in a Russian choir earlier, and because he used to drink a lot, he has been um, thrown off from that job. Uh, so children, finally Sarji actually recalled and recognized him, that he had met him in Sadeva Street few days back. At that time the beggar called himself a student. Sarji wanted him that he would call the police. Now children, Sarji told him that he is going to call the police. Finally beggar admitted that he was lying, and he further told that he wants to work, but nobody offered him any work. The advocate gave him some work. He asked him to chop wood for him. Lushkov, the beggar, accompanied Olga and went to chop the wood. So who was Olga? Olga was a old cook in the advocate. This man who had seen the beggar, actually he was an advocate, and his name was Advocate Sarji, and the name of the beggar was Lushkov. So children, he offered a job to him, and he told him that if he want to, he can chop the wood in their house, and he can get monthly payments there. So Rashkov the beggar accompanied Olga and went to chop the wood. Now Olga scolded him firstly, but later she helped him and children. In fact, she had developed the feeling, a bond was developed between them, and children, Olga felt that beggar is just like his son. So children, she had a motherly feeling, that affection towards him like a mother. So children, she actually used to chop wood for him, and he used to collect the money from Lakshkov. Now children, in the meanwhile, Sarji offered him some more job, but once he sent him to his friend and he never came back. So now children, Sarji had to shift somewhere. He sent him to his friend's house, but he never came back. Sarji offered him some other works also. Once he sent him to his friend and he never come back. Now the beggar met Sarji after 2 years in the cinema hall. He told him now he is working as a notary and earning good. So children, one day Sarji met him in the cinema hall, and children, he was buying the ticket, then Sarji told him, he called, they greeted each other, and he told Sarji that he thanked Sarji for everything he had done for him, and he told that now he had been working as a notary and earning a quite a good amount of money. Well, so he reminded the children, this advocate Sarji reminded him, he told that he was the one who had guided him, and just because of him he had reached to that place. So he told, no, it is just because of Olga actually he reached to this place. And he told everything about Olga, that how she used to chop the wood for him, and children, she told him not to drink wine, otherwise he won't be able to work. And he had left the to drink wine just because Olga inspired him to do all these things. So children, it was he who told, it was Olga behind all this thing, who she was the inspiration behind his success. So children, this is the main points of the story which I've revised with you, and now children, I will be telling you about the moral of the story. So what is the moral of the story here? That this is a moral story in which the arrogant and self-righteous lawyer think he saved the life of one beggar by teaching him how to work for his livelihood. But in fact, he would have never continued the original task if he weren't for the example of the lawyer's compassionate cook, who quickly chopped wood for him, who helped him, who told him not to drink wine. So, children, finally, it was Olga's example of self-sacrifice, not the lawyer's example of do goodism, that inspired the man to change his life, and he started working seriously. So, Sarji the lawyer helped Lushkov the beggar, only who believes honest labor will reform Lushkov. Olga, on the other hand, helped Lushkov without making demands on him. She schooled him like his own son. Okay, though she schools him with a sharp tongue, but she ends up chopping the wood for him. So even he is thinking that Olga is like a mother to him, and children, the main work she is doing at the age of the old age, she is chopping the wood. She never tell his master that she had chopped the wood, and he told, not only that, she told him to go and tell the master that he had chopped the wood and collect the money. So all these sacrifices what she had done. Okay, so she was actually responsible to create the change in the mindset of Lushkov the beggar. Olga approach is more human and more effective in the story. So children, theme of the story is that we should sacrifice our life for others. Now, so children, now I am going to do the explanation part. So children, at page number 63, I was reading. I finished reading the second paragraph of page number 63. So children, how would you like to chop wood for me now? Here Sarji is when he told him nobody gives him a job. So it is Sarji, he is telling him, he is offering him job, and he is telling, how would you like to chop wood for me? I would not refuse to do that, but in these days even skilled woodcutters find themselves sitting without bread. So children, he told he did not mind doing that because he is telling that even the skilled woodcutters, even they are not getting the job. So he's indirectly, children, actually he did not want to do, but just to for the sake of Sarjai, he is telling that he would like to do the job. Very well, we will soon find out. Sarji hastened along, rubbing his hand. He called his cook out of the kitchen. Children, hastened is hurried up, hurried up. So, children, Sarji, he was, he hurried up to his house and he called his cook out of the kitchen. The name of the cook was Olga. Here, Olga, he said, take this gentleman into the wood shed and let him chop wood. So he told he give the introduction of that person, Lashkov, to Olga, and he told Olga to take him to the woodshed to chop the woods. The scarecrow of a beggar. Now, children, what is the meaning of scarecrow? I think, children, in the field you must have seen there are wooden figures of human being, and to children remove the words, to drive away the words from there, because birds will not come away to the scarecrow. So here Olga, he said, take this gentleman into the woodshed and let him chop wood. The scarecrow of a beggar shrugged his shoulder as if in perplexity. So children, write the meaning of few words. So scarecrow, I've told you the meaning, and now perplexity. So children, perplexity means confusion, and obvious means clear. So she is telling, take this gentleman into the woodshed and let him chop wood. The scarecrow of a beggar shrugged his shoulder as if in perplexity and went irresolutely after the cook. So children, he was a bit confused. Actually, he did not want to do the job, but just to show that he really wanted to do the job, he went behind Sarjay. And now children, he invited a trouble for him, because he never knew how to chop the wood. But he went there, and he was confused when he told, go behind Olga and she will take you to the woodshed where you have to chop the wood. It was obvious from his gait that he had not consented to go and chop wood. Gait is walk. Children, it is not G-A-T-E, it is G-A-I-T. Gait means walk. Okay, so children, from his walk, and he had not consented. Consented. These are few new words. Perplexity means confusion, obvious means clear, gate means walk, and consented means agreed. So he had not consented, that means agreed to go and chop wood, because he was hungry and wanted work, children, but simply from pride and shame, and because he had been trapped by his own word. Now children, this is very important point. He did not go to find the work because children, because he was hungry and wanted work, but simply he did not went to work because he really wanted to work. He went to work, because you have to underline this thing, but simply from pride and shame, and because he had been trapped by his own word. So children, because of pride and trapped, and children, he was trapped by his own word. It was obvious too that his strength had been undermined by vodka, and yet he was unhealthy and did not feel the slightest inclination for toil. Toil is to work hard. And children, it is true also that children, he had been drinking vodka. Vodka is a strong wine of Russia. Okay, he had been drinking he had been taking that for so many days that he still had to, children, his body was not allowing him to do the hard work. His body has been spoiled due to, children, due to excessive drinking of which wine? Of vodka. Sarji hurried into the dining room. From the window, one could see the wood shade and everything that went on in the yard. Now, children, Sarji, he just wanted to watch him, whether he is able to do the work or not. He went to the drawing room from where he could see everything, what was happening in the wood shade. He wanted to see at how he was chopping the wood. Standing at the window, Sarji saw the cook and the beggar come out into the yard by the back door and make their way across the dirty snow to the shade. Now, children, what he had seen that the cook was there with the beggar, and from the back door they had come towards the wood shade, stepping on the dirty snow. Olga glared wrathfully at her companion. Wrathfully, children, is full of anger. So, what is the meaning of wrathfully? Wrathfully means full of anger. And shoved him aside with her elbow. So, some of the new words I'm going to write again. So, it was Olga. She was very much angry, wrathfully. So, children, shove means to push someone with a force. Unlocked the shade and angrily banged the door. See, children, unlocked the shade and she banged the door. It shows that she was really very angry. Next, he saw the pseudo teacher seat himself on a log and become lost in thought with his red cheeks resting on his fist. And children, next, what did he see? He had seen that pseudo teacher. Meaning of pseudo. See the spelling and pronunciation. Okay, it is pseudo. It means false. Pseudo means false. So, he was a false, that means he was not actually a teacher, but he was telling everybody that he was a teacher. He sat on a log and became lost in thought with his red cheek resting on his feet. So, children, he was sitting in such a manner that his head was between his head and red cheek were resting on his feet. He was thinking something. The woman flung down an axe to his feet. So now, children, who is the woman here? It is Olga, okay, and she has flung thrown. So, children, she has flung down an axe at his feet, spat angrily, and judging from the expression of her lips, spat angrily, and children, judging from the expression of her lips, begin to scold him. Now, children, he was not there. He was actually seeing all this thing from the window, and children, the way she was speaking to him, he judged as if she was scolding to him. The judging from the expression of her lip began to scold him. The beggar irresolutely pulled a billet of wood towards him. So, children, what did he do? He pulled a billet of wood towards him. So irresolutely means fast. Children, billet of wood is the sticks or the children log of wood. Okay, so she had put that stick or log of wood. She had pushed it towards him to cut. Uh, so children, that beggar he irresolutely he pulled a billet of wood towards him, set it up between his feet, and tapped it feebly with his axe. Feebly means very in a very weak manner. Children, he had started hitting the wood with his axe and tapped it with his axe cautiously. No, the beggar again pulled it to him, blew on his freezing hands, and tapped it with his axe cautiously, as if afraid of hitting his overshoe or of cutting his finger. Now, children, instead of hitting the wood with a hard hand, he was simply tapping it as if he was feeling afraid that his fingers would be cut or his would be hitting his shoes. And children, when he was doing in a very slow manner, the stick of wood it was slipping and it fell to the ground. Sarji's anger had vanished, and he now began to feel a little sorry and ashamed of himself for having set a spoiled, drunken, perhaps sick man to work at mental labor in the wood. Now, children, when Sarji saw this, he saw that he is not able to cut the wood. So, children, every time he was tapping the wood and the wood was slipping. So, what Sarji felt, he felt that whether he had done a good job or not, he had deliberately given that work to that fellow whose body he felt now has become weak. He's not able to drink because he takes a lot of wine. So he is telling whether he has done a good job or not. I mean, he was ashamed that why he had forcefully given that job to him. An hour later, Olga came in and announced that the wood had all been chopped. Now, children, anyway, he did not know what really happened. He sat, and children, finally, after 1 hour, it was Olga who came to him, and she told him that the wood had been chopped, all the woods had been cut. It had been chopped by that person. Good, give him half a ruble, said Sarji. If he wants to, he can come back and cut wood on the first day of each month. Now, children, he told, okay, now it is a time to give money to him. He told Olga to give him half a ruble, and he told that if you want to come for work, if you want to do a work, you can tell him that you can cut the wood on the first day of each month. We can always find work for him. On the first of the month, the waif made his appearance and again earned half a ruble. Now, children, he did not expected that he would come again, but next day when it was first of the month, again he came, he chopped the wood, and he had earned half a ruble. Although he could barely stand on his legs. Now, children, his condition was really worse. He had seen that he was not even able to stand properly. From that day on, he often appeared in the yard, and every time work was found for him. And children, from that time, children, he often used to come to his yard, and so many work was kept for him. He was often offered with a lot of type of work was given to him. Now he would shovel snow. Children, shovel means uh, children. It is a shovel is a type of tool through which we remove the snow. So sometime he was given the work to shovel the snow. Now put the wood shed in order. Sometimes children, the whole wood shed he had to put in order. Okay, now beat the dust. Sometimes he had to do the dusting of a strong thing like carpet or mattresses or rugs, and once even a pair of old trousers were sent out to him. Every time he received from 20 to 40 kopecks. Now, children, according to the work, every time he received 20 to 40 kopecks. And once even a pair of old trousers were sent to him. And children, once upon a time, even a pair of old trousers were sent to him. When Sarji moved into another house, he hired him to help in the packing and hauling of the furniture to pull. When Sarji moved into another house, he hired him to help in the packing and hauling of the furniture. Hauling means to pull. So, the meaning of hauling is to pull. So children, now he is getting lot of job. Okay. So he is hauling sometime furniture. Now children, Olgi had to, once he announced, now he had to leave the place and he had to shift his house to another house. Now Olgi, Advocate Sarji called him. He hired him to help in the packing and hauling of the furniture, and he told that you have to shift the furniture. With your help, the furniture will be pulled and shifted. This time the wife was sober, gloomy, and silent. Now, children, when he came to his house this time, he was looking very much sober. He was looking very much gloomy. Gloomy is sad, and he was looking very much serious and silent. He hardly touched the furniture, but children, it was not Sarji but Olga. It was Olga who had seen that he never put any furniture. He did not do anything, and walked behind the wagons, hanging his head, not even making a pretense of appearing busy. And children, he was walking behind the wagon, which loaded the things, and in a very silent manner. Children, his head was hanging. He was not even making a pretense of appearing busy. Now, children, till now, actually, children, till now, the work used to be done by Olga, and he used to pretend that he is very busy. That was the fact. Okay. Today, he is not even proving that he is busy. He was simply hanging his head down. He was much sober. He was very much silent that day. He was not talking to anybody. He only shivered in the cold and became embarrassed when the carters jeered at him for his idleness. Now, children, he was shivering with cold, and children, he became a bit embarrassed when the carters, when the carters, they jeered at him. Okay. They jeered means they started making fun. Okay, and idleness, not doing anything. So ideal is not doing. So what happened, children? He he did not do anything, and the carters, they were making fun of him. They were laughing at him because children, he really did not do anything, and it seems that he was very much sad. He was very much silent. He was only walking behind the carriage, and the all the carters, that means all the other people who came to shift the help him in shifting the house, they were jeering, they were making fun of him for his idleness, for his feebleness. That means they thought that he is very weak, and his tattered fancy overcoat. Tattered means to worn out. That means the coat was torn, and they were laughing at his overcoat. After the moving was over, Sergeant sent for him. Now, children, when the shifting was done, it was Sergeant who sent for him. Well, I'm happy that my words have taken effect. He called him and he told that I'm very happy that due to me you have started working. and handling him a ruble. He gave a ruble this time to him. Here's for your pain. He is telling that this is for your pain which you have taken. I see you are sober and have no objection to work. What's your name? Now children, he told him that today I felt that you have become very sober and you are not objecting to any type of work which we are offering you. So he asked his name, what is your name? He told Lashkov. Well, Lashkov, I can now offer you some other cleaner employment. Can you write? Now children, with this I end the story. What did Lashkov told, what he really wanted to work, this we will discuss in my next video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.